morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 135. Today we're going to be talking about the NFL as we recorded before the Sunday night and Monday night game. So we'll talk about that. Some overreactions in college football and the NFL. We're going to go do that segment in both of them. And then we're going to finish with the top 10 of college football with some other news that's coming out with coaches getting fired. Who's next? So let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Socks.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes.
Eh.
All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
Welcome back to Cover 2 Cook, episode 135. We have the full house again. I got Anthony and Tim and myself, Lisa Cook, all here. All right. Well, we had an eventful weekend again. Let's see. We had some college football happening and NFL. Let me hear your takeaways for the Sunday night game, the Vikings versus Atlanta. Tim, what were your takeaways?
I'm going to let Anthony go first on this one because I think he needs to voice his opinion on how his team really did.
Okay.
Yep.
Anthony, what was your takeaway from this game?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So Vikings, how did that belt feel on your ass? Because you got your asses spanked. You made Michael Penix look like a freaking stud. He's good. Bijan Robinson is good. And that team has things to be a good team. But you made them look really good. Now, I get it. We got a young quarterback, and we're going to see how this works. But guess one thing you don't have in the NFL, and that is patience. The fans don't show patience. The coaches don't show patience. The ownership definitely doesn't show patience. So, JJ, you look great week one, but everyone looks good when you play the Bears. Now it's time to play a good team, and look what happens. My walk away from this game is, how long until we start allowing Justin Jefferson to be pissed? How long are we going to allow for him to not get the ball as much as he should be? Well, you know what? Maybe we don't worry about it because he ain't going to be playing this week, it sounds like anyways. And I think Carson Wentz, if you're seeing 5 people out there, one of them's got to be Justin Jefferson. Just throw him the damn ball. He should have 100 attempts every game. I don't care. He's the best. Vikings got to be better than this. We are, I would say, 3rd in the division now. Not last, because the Bears are probably still last, but we're 3rd, and we're very close to being at the bottom of the NFC North.
Oh, yeah. I saw that same kind of ranking today, too. Tim, what's your reaction to what he said? Was that about right?
I agree. I mean, this is the second straight game he started out slow.
Yep.
In the NFL, you cannot start out slow. And Atlanta's really not that – I mean, they're a good team, but they're no like the Packers. They're not Philadelphia. They're not something like them better Tampa Bay that we seen last night. They're not like them guys. Yeah. You cannot have – I know it's only a second game. Calm down, Vikings fans. It's only a second game. Now that we find out that he had an ankle injury, did that happen while the game was going? Has he had it for a while? Is this why these games start out so slow? But he cannot start out. You cannot start out that slow in the NFL. I'm sorry. You can't. Yeah. And I know this is the second game, but you can't start out slow. That defense was doing the best thing. The defense held them down to what, 9 points in the first half?
Yep.
I mean, they did their job. It's just that he's not getting the ball to a star. And I think and they said that on the commentary, he might be missing Jordan Addison because that could be a checkout person and to get him down the field and get him started. Maybe a person. Naylor's Addison's better than Naylor. I can tell you that. But where's Hawkinson? Now that's another thing. Where's Hawkinson in on all this?
Yeah, but one second. You're saying that the Vikings are Jordan Addison away from just winning against Atlanta? No. You have Justin Jefferson. You have T.J. Hawkinson. You have 2 running backs. The scheme that the NFL is going towards now of 2 running backs. You have it. And Naylor's no, Joe Blow in this situation.
Right.
He would be a wide receiver he'd be the best wide receiver on the Chicago Bears. I can tell you that right now. When it comes to JJ coming out slow, I feel like that's on coaching. And I know Kevin O'Connell, we don't want to talk bad about, but is he not prepared? What's happening?
Right.
Like, and I would rather, and I know Bears fans are going to like get mad about this, but I'd rather have a quarterback back there that's risking it. Throw the ball. I don't care. Because what happens is you take sacks or you throw it out of bounds, and it's so boring. When you have Justin Jefferson, throw the damn ball up.
Well, and Atlanta, I mean, their defense is all right. I mean, but he just didn't show the urgency like he did that Monday night against the Bears.
In the second half.
In the fourth quarter.
Yes.
The fourth quarter. Pretty much the fourth quarter. And he's just I don't know if it's a second game. I just don't know if he's there yet. And it could have been because of the ankle injury. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if that ankle got injured in the first quarter of this game or what happened. But he started out too slow. He's starting out way too slow in the NFL. You can't start out that slow. So
yeah, no, I would agree. I have all the same points you guys do. I think you touched on it all. Well, Tim, I'll push it over to you. The 2 Monday night games, what were your takeaways?
I'll tell you what, we've got 2 quarterbacks in 2 different games, and Justin Herbert and Baker Mayfield that are dogs. They are DOGGs. That run that Baker had where he was about ready to get sacked, gets out of it and gets a first down, that's a dog play. I'm telling you that right now. There was a question today whether he would be the same player in Cleveland with Stefanski. I don't think so. I think he's a better player in Tampa Bay right now than he's ever been. And that team at 2-0, you know what the team is in the last 5 years in the first 2 games? 10-0. They started the season 2-0 5 straight years. Now, that doesn't say that they won a Super Bowl, but they start out very well. So I think the 2 quarterbacks last night were – and Herbert, I've got a hot take on that one a little bit later. So,
yeah, no, I definitely agree. I saw some great things out of the Bucs yesterday too. So, Anthony, what was your takeaways from the Monday night games?
I definitely agree. I might be forgetting, but I thought Mr. Tim Cook didn't like Baker Mayfield last year. He said he's too radical. He's too crazy. That's what makes him what he is. That flip yesterday when he tried to hurdle over the defender and flips over, that is my quarterback. That's the quarterback I want on my team. Maybe throw some interceptions. But you know what he's done, too, since he's left Cleveland? Thrown the most touchdown passes out of any quarterback in the NFL. Wait. Let's repeat that again. He is the quarterback. I saw this stat that he has thrown the most touchdown passes since leaving Cleveland, that whatever that year is, in the NFL since then.
wow.
Think about that for a second. Like, Baker Mayfield was done. It was over. Can't happen. And now the resurgence that he's had. Now, the other person, Justin Herbert, yeah, I mean, come on. It's Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's, he's out here dating supermodels, singers, and he's out there being a dog on the field. Good for him. Good for him. Leave some of the scraps for some of us, okay?
I think you're just fine.
No, I meant, you know what I meant. I meant the football. Football.
Nothing like digging yourself in a deep hole, my friend.
All right. So I'm gonna, cut you out, and we'll go back to Tim.
Also on the bad side, not really the bad side, but CJ Stroud. Wow, he's 0-2 again. He's missing people. And maybe they should have got rid of Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah. Who would have known,
that tackle. He's probably missing him right now. They don't have the running tech. I don't think Nick Chubb he's still kind of getting on his own after the 2 knee injuries. They're really missing Joe Mixon for the Raiders. Geno Smith is Geno Smith.
Yep.
He'll give you some great plays, and then he'll take some sacks and throw some interceptions, and next thing you know, you're down 21-0.
Yeah.
So, yikes.
Yeah, that might
even Tom Brady can't even help him.
Yeah, I think that was the police officers going after it too, because I definitely agree. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that takes us into the overreactions. So, Tim, you just touched point on it. Why don't you take us into your overreactions for week 2?
My overreaction, if I had a vote right now for MVP, he'd be Justin Herbert from the Chargers. He's thrown for 5 touchdown passes so far and 580 yards of passing, 2 games. He's a totally different person from last year. I think Harbaugh has unleashed the reins from him, and I think he is going to have a monster year. maybe even between 4,000 to 5,000 yards. I think he has a monster year throwing the ball. I don't know what the running attack with that Hampton. He had a fumble again last night. He can't keep on to the ball. I see him with that defense. I think the Chargers right now is the team to beat in the AFC West. I'm not going to say in the AFC, but I think they are the team to beat.
Yeah, and you know who I think they could beat the shit out of? The Denver Broncos.
You know what? They play them next week, so they could.
So we'll find out. Anthony, have any reaction to that?
No, but I'll give my overreaction for week 2. Detroit Lions. Man, oh man, did they look good. They beat up on those Chicago Bears. They made Ben Johnson go, did I make the right decision? But are they really that good? Like, are they really that good? The same team that couldn't get it going against the Packers in week 1 is now puts up 50-some points, and now we're going to put them in the top 5? They're one of the best teams. Come on, let's slow our roll, okay? As a Vikings fan, I don't want to see Detroit be that good. So maybe this is a little bit of that. But Detroit Lions, they have the 2 running back system. They got the quarterback. They got the wide receivers. They got the defense now fully healthy. Can they keep it going? I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, to see them play against the Chicago Bears and then say, "Whoa, hey, now this is the team." Everyone's going to have those type of games against the Chicago Bears, okay? So Bears fans out there, maybe don't turn on Sunday, huh? How about that? Let's give you guys the Cleveland Browns treatment or Saints treatment. Hey, find something to do on Sunday because you're not going to want to watch what the Chicago Bears are doing.
Well, you just said that about the Vikings, that they looked great after week 1, after quarter 4, thinking it was going to be high results, and then not so good this week. So, yeah, that's understandable. Maybe that's the wave that Detroit's going through.
And hold on, too. I'm not going to say we're not going to watch the Vikings because then that means I don't get to watch TV on Sunday. No, we're watching the Vikings. I don't care if they don't win a game the rest of the year. We're watching them.
Okay. Well, Tim, any reaction to Anthony's overreaction?
I don't think it's an overreaction, but they look pretty damn good. I think they came out and said, "Hey, hold my beer. I'm going to show you. We're still good." I think Dan Campbell said, "Hey, Bears, hold my beer. I'm going to show you how good we really are." And we put a 50 burger on you. Dallas might put 40 on them this week.
Against the Bears?
Defense is not good. Yeah. And now they're crying for maybe we shouldn't have extended Ryan Poles, our GM, because now he's 15-38 as a record. Yee.
Yep.
Do we think
not
that
good. Not good in Chicago.
Do we think there was some type of not revenge, but some this is what you get for leaving me type of energy?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, they talked about it all the offseason. I mean, DeAndre Swift made comments. Morris St. Brown or whatever. Amara St. Brown made comments. Then you saw it on the other side. Roma Odunze said things. They were jabbing back and forth. Ben Johnson said shit. I mean, there was a little extra motivation. And guess what? You get to play him twice a year. So good luck.
And as we see, actions are speaking much louder than words.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, into other news in the NFL, I kind of have an update here on the injury report. So let's catch up on this. Joe Burrow is placed on the IR and to miss the next 4 games. Joey, no. JJ McCarthy, most likely out week 3. The Vikings signed Desmond Ridder is that a quarterback? I wasn't quite sure here.
Yeah.
In that place. So that's 2 big guys out. Jaden Daniels has a sprained knee. Oh my gosh. Isn't he a quarterback too?
Yep.
And now to go over to the sidelines, Sean McVay tore his plantar fascia, whatever, coaching on Sunday. What are you doing? I'm pretty sure that means you're jumping up and down too much. Stay on the ground. Anthony, what's your reactions to all these injuries?
Yeah, obviously Joe Burrow's is the worst one. We were hoping no surgery. It's surgery now, and they're putting him on the IR for the next 4 games. I don't know if he'll come back this year, to be 100% honest. They have to plan on that. Kirk Cousins. But in the other situation, J.J. McCarthy likely being out, young quarterback, would say 2 kind of injuries. I don't want to go. Desmond Ridder's not going to be the one playing. I can tell you that right now. He is there for precautions only. Final thing, Jaden Daniels. Better get healthy. I don't love this because I got him on fantasy. It was past the Daniels this year for team name. I can't change that now as I'm 2-0.
All right, Tim, your thoughts?
I could see them holding out from 1 week because they play the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
Washington does. Burrow one. That's what, 3 injuries in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Are we looking to see if is it Joey Burrow? They're talking maybe December.
Yeah.
This is a very grade 3 turf toe. I mean, he's going to have surgery on it. They're talking 3 months. I mean, I know they put him on for IR, which is a mandatory 4 games, but they're talking December. And who knows if they're still in it with Jake Browning in it. So that's another deal. I have T. Higgins in my yes.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins. I'm surprised that nobody has reached out to Atlanta yet about either one of them quarterback or either one of the Jaden Daniels one. You know that because I think they have Marcus Mariota as their backup. So, but yeah, I think they're going to go with what they've got, and I don't know. The Burrow one is kind of really suspected. That's what I think. So.
Yeah, but you can't spend all that money and then not go get a quarterback to throw the ball. So get ready. Someone's getting traded. Anthony Richardson.
Right.
Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Carson Wentz.
Right.
These are quarterbacks that need a second chance.
I haven't heard anybody's name from the Browns.
Shadur is not going to get drafted. No.
No,
he's not going to get traded.
He turned down Baltimore.
Yeah.
A great organization that could have taught him something. No, he wants to go to a hot dumpster fire in Cleveland. Great.
Well, what about the great old Flacco? You don't think he'd leave?
Flacco's on borrowed time. I think I would say this right now. I would bet you a Sody Pop that he gets benched by week 7.
I think sooner than that.
Okay.
I say 5. I say 5 or 6.
Yeah. You got to start finding out what these quarterbacks do. Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Shadur, if he does get up there. You got to find out what they're going to be. Because if not, you're just wasting time. An old man like that with an 0-2 record, why put him out there?
Yep.
Okay. Well, in other news, I was curious and I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this, but why did I say Tom Brady with the headset on this weekend? Tim, what was that about?
What? Why would anybody? I mean, what is he doing? He's an owner. Now, don't get me wrong. That the gal that just took over for the Indianapolis Colts does the same thing right on the sideline. I can't think of her name. Her last name's Ursay.
I did see that too.
She's doing the same thing, but she's not a 7-time Super Bowl champion, and he's sitting right next to Chip Kelly, and I know he's just listening, but the camera's right on him. If you are anybody that's going to be playing them the next time, like the Bears, why would you tell him anything in a production meeting when he's going to you're playing his team the next following week? Because the Bears are playing Dallas this week. And that's Fox's game. So he's going to go into a production meeting and he's going to hear all this and he's going to Fox or NFL, come on, Goodell, get off your fucking ass and make a decision. Tell Tom Brady, because you didn't have a problem doing that with Deflategate and Spygate. Tell him it's a bad optic. It is a very bad optic. He's got the headset on right next to the offensive coordinator. It's a bad optic. Tell him he's got to pick one or the other. Stop doing this. And it's unfair to anything to these other teams, and it's just not good.
I didn't even think about the whole production side of it. But
hold on. I don't.
You'll get your turn.
He's not in production meetings. He's not. That's not true. He is not in production. That is one of the rules that he cannot be a part of. Is before game production meetings. He cannot be a part of that.
Okay. I don't believe. I don't know. I haven't. He's been busted for 2 things, for Spygate and Deflategate. I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, that's Belichick. That ain't even it. No, I mean, and what I'm saying about that is he's not even in it. So I do think it's a bad optic. But at the same time, the difference between the woman at Colts and Tom Brady is one isn't speaking on Sundays. That's the biggest difference. It's not about who's doing what and who's just. It's about that on Sundays he's talking about a different team. I don't want to hear Tom Brady anymore. I don't want to hear it because now, are you going to allow him to talk on a Raiders game? Or is he got to do his coaching shit? I found out, or I read today that Chip Kelly reaches out to him 3 to 4 times a week. They talk 3 or 4 times a week about what they need to be running and stuff like that. I definitely agree with you on this whole situation of Roger Goodell is going to have to stand in. But guess what? He really can't because Tom Brady's an owner. And who does Roger Goodell work for? Yeah. The owners. So why would he step in? Hey, I'm going to let this side itself out. And I will tell you right now, Tom Brady's going to be done with announcing before you know it. He's getting that itch. Nobody sits up there in a coach's box like that unless you're like,
No.
this team ain't doing what I want it to be doing. So he's out of this announcement. Even though I think he's getting better, he's going to be out of it before you know it.
No, I would agree. I don't think announcing's for him. I think a coach is probably the best position for him with all that knowledge and like what he can see that not everybody can. I probably would agree that's the best place for him. But it also made me think of, I can't think of his name, but he was a Cowboys announcer.
Troy Aikman.
Not the name I'm thinking.
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
Mm-hmm.
That he does that thing in the box where like he'll read the offense and the defense of
Right.
what they should be running. Like that's like a coach mentality.
Yeah, and that you can do that. And I would love to have Tom Brady do that as announcing. But what our problem is during a game that he's not announcing, he has no affiliation to except for he owns the team, or not owns them, but he's a part owner.
Minority owner. Yeah.
Yep, he's sitting in the coaches' boxes, like over the top of Chip Kelly, being like, what's the conversations there? What is he telling them? Because that's where I can see where Mr. Tim Cook's getting mad about, because it's like now he's watching all these games to prepare for his other job. Why would he not be saying that to the Raiders?
Right.
You got two toes in the pool, and you either need to jump in or get out of the pool. One or the other.
Of course, Geno Smith needs all the help he can get after last night. So I don't even know if Tom Brady can fix that problem.
Well, he might. You ready? He's gonna come out of retirement. Here we go again.
That's two hot takes you got.
TB12 in Las Vegas.
In Vegas.
No, very good. Well, we'll see how that turns out. We'll keep a close eye on Tom Brady here. It's like the Taylor Swift of the NFL. Anytime Tom Brady does something, that stop.
Yep.
Everybody look at this.
Yep.
But anyway, let's talk about the power rankings. I want to read through these, and then I want to see which one shocks you guys the most. So ranking number 1, we have Green Bay. Then after that, we have Buffalo Bills. 3, we have for the Eagles. 4, Baltimore Ravens. And Detroit Lions. Anthony, which one of yours shocks you the most?
Well, I mean, it's part of my overreaction. Detroit Lions is the one that shocks me the most. Top 5. We just talked about a Chargers team. We've talked about a Buccaneers team. We've talked about, like, what are we talking about? Washington Commanders? Like, we're not going to throw these teams up here, but Detroit Lions put up 51 points against a bullshit Bears team, and now they're in the top 5. I think that is, like, crazy. But the other one is obviously Green Bay. Making a hell of a jump up there. After watching Thursday Night Football, I may not disagree with it.
All right. Tim, same feeling or something different?
Yeah, same. I think the Chargers one, I think that's 5. I mean, Harbaugh's got them playing top notch. Tampa Bay is, the honorable mention we've had. I think they're in the top 10, but I think they're pretty close. I think I would move some things around, maybe it wasn't Baltimore 4?
Yes.
I would move them 3, and they should be 2 if they would have beat Buffalo. But I think you flip-flop. But other than that, I think they've got it pretty close. I mean, like I said, the Chargers and Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that kind of goes into our Thursday night football. We have the Bills versus Miami. I will be surprised to see this. I'm kind of curious what you guys think the score of this game is going to be. Anthony, what's your guess?
49-7. I think it's an ass beating. I think with Josh Allen coming off that nose, you're talking about a dog. That's a dog. James Cook looked really good last weekend. It looks like this offense, it just feels like they're like one weapon away from being really good. But then they win games like this, and it's like, well, maybe they don't need that weapon. Maybe they don't need that Stephon Diggs or that big named wide receiver. Keon Coleman may be that guy. No, they're going to beat up on him because at the same time, this might be the coach for Miami, Mike's last game. I think this is going to be a national public or televised game that everyone's going to watch on Thursday, and you're going to watch how bad Miami is.
Wow. Tim, what do you think the score of this game is going to be?
I ain't got it that high, but 37-10 Buffalo. I mean, they're just going to run all over. They beat them last year, I think on an Amazon game last year down there, and they just smoked them. I think Josh Allen just runs all over that Miami defense. I mean, I don't think this is going to be much of a game. Al Michaels is not going to like it. He's probably going to talk more about, what the point line spread is and
Yeah.
all that stuff and what his prop bets are. But him and Herbie, so
Yeah, who knows? The dog might be the one doing announcing by the end of that game.
yeah,
I
Peter.
will. That's probably when I'll tune in the most.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that recaps what we got going on with the NFL. Let's move over to college football. Anthony, please read me the new top 10 for this week.
Yeah, number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Penn State. Number 3, LSU. Those are still the same 3 as last week. Miami takes a step forward, goes to number 4. Georgia takes a step forward, goes number 5. Oregon goes down to number 6, goes down 2 spots. I guess beating Northwestern by 20 isn't enough.
Right.
And then to number 7, Florida State going up 3 spots. Texas going down 1 spot at number 8. Number 9, our state of U of I, Illinois. And number 10, biggest climb up was Texas A&M. Obviously, after beating Notre Dame, come to number 10, going up 6 spots.
Wow. Okay. Any other large deficits or large increases?
Well, we don't have to talk about it, but number 24 is Notre Dame. They dropped 16 spots. To be honest, I'm super surprised they're even ranked. Like, I think because they've lost on literally 2 plays out of 2 games, I think that they're giving them the benefit of the doubt, but you're going to have to run the table. And you got to keep USC in the top 25 to make it relevant.
When they play them.
Yeah.
Tim, any reaction to the top 10 here?
I'm not surprised that Texas A&M, the big jump there. I mean, they deserved it. They won, so they get the big jump. Oregon moving a couple spots. Yeah, apparently you didn't beat up. You should have beat Northwestern by 30 instead of by 20 some. So,
well, that would have helped your pocketbook.
Yeah, that's right. And so, they're not real big. I think these upcoming games are going to be. You could start seeing maybe some shuffling. We talked about Illinois, Indiana this weekend. That could be, if Illinois loses, some more shuffling. But until we get into league play, you're not going to see a whole lot of movement in these top 10s or top 25s. There's just not enough. They're playing these FBS teams or FCS teams, and it's just not. They're not moving that much. But I think once league play starts, I think you're going to see a lot of movement this year, kind of like last year.
Okay. All right. Anybody you're looking out for?
U of I, number 9.
Yeah.
They beat Indiana. They go up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep an eye for the good old home state. I'll keep an eye out for Wisconsin.
Don't worry. They're losing.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to our overreactions in college football. Let's see. Tim, what's your overreaction?
Oh, I've got a doozy of one. I think Vanderbilt is a playoff contender now. 3-0 under Diego Paiva at quarterback with the conference win on the road last week. And they could be 5-0 heading to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. They are a team that is, I think, going to be reckoned with this year. They have an easier schedule in the SEC, and I think they could be possibly a playoff contender.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely, I would say that is a hot take. They usually have that big upset win. I feel like that's a pretty traditional thing for them now. Anthony, your thoughts on that?
Well, you said it right there. They always have that one upset. I just feel like that's the team now. It's not any more upsets. It's expected to win. I expect them to beat Alabama. I truly do. I don't think Alabama is as good as what they are. They jumped up in the rankings because they beat a bad Wisconsin team. Good, congrats. High fives all around. But when you look at what Vanderbilt's going to bring to that team, they beat the shit out of South Carolina. Like, they beat the shit out of them. And South Carolina, yes, I understand Sellers was not playing. But I think South Carolina's got a better team on paper than Alabama does. So we'll see what comes out of that.
And you know who that coach is, don't you, Anthony?
For who?
For Vanderbilt?
No.
Clark Lee. You know where he used to coach at?
No.
I think he was the offensive coordinator at Notre Dame.
No, well, that's how it always works out.
All right.
Under Brian Kelly at the time.
Yeah.
I'm not Freeman.
All right, Anthony. Well, what's your college football overreaction this week?
Yeah, so he's going on the good side of it. I'm going on the bad side of overreaction. Kansas State started the season at number 17. They played week 0, if you remember, against Iowa State in Dublin. Iowa State would take this win. Very close game, came down to the end, right? So Kansas State ain't that bad. Well, they're going to prove you wrong. Kansas State last week, they won they won with 42 seconds against North Dakota week 1, which is North Dakota, like not a big school. And then they go to lose to Army and Arizona. They are 1-3 right now going into it. They have a quarterback that has the chance of being Avery Johnson, I think his name is. He's a good quarterback. He has potential. I don't get why this team is struggling as bad as they are. Now, if you lose to Army, Army's on the up and up. I think they're going to be. Arizona, though, what is happening there? Like, that can't happen. Kansas State looking very bad. I don't think I named them as my Big 12 champion, but whoever did, not a good bet going forward to this regular season.
All right. Yeah, I would say the same. Those are pretty big teams to lose to when you should have at least a win or a better fight against it. Tim, what's your reaction to his overreaction?
I mean, I don't know what's going on in Manhattan and in Kansas. This team was ahead a lot of promise this year with a very good quarterback, and they are just not. They just look like they're just lost out there. They don't have it, and I don't know what's going on. If it's the scheme of what's going on with Avery Johnson, is he hurt? Who knows? But they can't stop nobody, and he's missing balls like crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, this is a very disappointing year at Kansas State, big time, because they were predicted to be in the running for the Big 12 championship this year.
Yeah, I would say
they just not played very well.
I'd say that they're probably the biggest disappointment. If you don't, or the next ones would be either Notre Dame or UCLA as the biggest disappointments this year. But I think Kansas State has to be one of the biggest disappointments this year.
Did they do well last year? I don't remember it too much.
I think they were. I thought they played well. Maybe. Did they not play in the Big 12? No, they didn't.
No,
they didn't play in the Big 12 championship. No.
But, I mean, they played well, and they were down to the end, and the Big 12 was – but maybe the Big 12's separating itself. Maybe there's the cream of the crop when it comes to Big 12. And
right. Or they've got the snuff tape on him that he's just not – yeah. They're stifling him. So.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully they can turn it around. We still have a lot of season to go. We'll see. All right, Anthony, take us into other news and take us out of here.
Yep. So in other news in college football, UCLA and Virginia Tech fired coaches. So my question to the group is, who is next? Who do you got getting fired next, Mr. Tim Cook?
Oh, boy.
I'll give you some options, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you some hot seats, okay? Mike Gundy over at Oklahoma State. That team getting his ass whooped, okay? Yeah. Bill Napier or Billy Napier in Florida. Or Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Arkansas's AD came out today and said, or this week said, that the football program isn't living up to what it should be, the potential. Well, that sounds like a head coach is going. So out of those three, I would say those are three red hot.
Right.
Which one do you think goes next?
I think it's the Florida coach. I think he's got to go at least 2-2 in this 4-game gauntlet to save his job. He goes 0-4, they might get rid of him. I know he's got a big buyout to get rid of him, but I think if he loses to every one of them, he's done. They'll get rid of him.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think it's very close with Billy Napier because they play at LSU this week, I think. I think they play LSU. That's going to be another night game.
Well, they already played them. I can't, but it's another big game. It's another big game. I know.
Let me see real quick. I just had it pulled up.
I would say Florida too.
They play Miami. They play Miami this week. So,
and if they get that's not good for recruitment. And he might get fired after this week.
And that's a 6:30 game on ABC. So good luck.
Yeah, another primetime game, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Lisa?
I was going to say Florida too, but I mean, if your athletic director is coming out and saying the football team is not performing well, you definitely have a big target on your back. So maybe Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go to work the next day and you hear your boss saying, we're not doing it the way we should be doing it because your head's the one on the chopping block. I do think Arkansas is right there, but at the same time, Billy Napier, I mean, I thought he could have been fired last week in my mind. He could have been fired the week before that. So for him not to get fired yet, it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, that is episode 135. We talked NFL and college football. Now, remember, there's a Thursday night game on before we record again. We'll be back on Friday where we're talking about must watch. We got some good games in college football coming up, and obviously, there's always going to be good games on Sunday as well. So, we'll talk about what is some must watch games for that. We'll finish with Tim's best bets. Hopefully, we get a better weekend because I need a little extra money. But we want to thank everyone for watching. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those other sites. If you like what we do, subscribe and like and comment. We want to thank everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you on Friday.